going on, guys? It's Jeff. We're back on some Black Ops Cold War. So last night, I don't know if I actually put together an intro or whatever, some highlights and streaks and things like that. And by the way, my video yesterday was probably one of the fastest videos I've ever had, literally just break over 1 million views in less than 24 hours. That is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen, and obviously, I mean, it's more attributed to Call of Duty Black Ops as opposed to just me or whatever, but still, that's just disgusting. I also expected a lot worse feedback. I expected people to say a lot more stupid shit. Satellite. So, out of the 3 maps that we ended up getting on this thing, I was really thinking that I was gonna like Miami, but I don't know. After a while, I realized that it just doesn't really play the way that I want. I'd say that, I mean, ranking the 3 maps on this thing, Satellite is #1. Satellite is definitely, easily the best map in this whole alpha thing, so. I think it's because there's no, like, defined windows and rooms and cubbies to hide in on this. I'm actually gonna use the Pellington all today as well, by the way. So I kind of have like a setup, like a system that I'm going with here. I got my 74U here. Oh, I gotta turn off motion blur again. I got my 74U class called skill-based matchmaking. Oh, and speaking of skill-based matchmaking, I don't know what happened, but early when I was playing the game, I was having a good time. But after, I'd say, a few hours, especially when it started getting late into the night and I've had a lot of games already played, my lobbies got progressively sweatier, and the names just ended up being less and less like yellow speed car 76, and now I'm playing against, you know, CDL perk 30. The amount of people I've ran into that were just named APPAREL, I've found my sensitivity pretty well, actually. I really have. So I mean, not having aim assist sometimes really helps because I'm able to like select my targets much easier. I don't have to worry about like my sensitivity changing all over the place whenever I aim on people. People are claiming that there's absolutely skill-based matchmaking in this alpha. Now, a lot of people were already saying, you know, there's skill-based matchmaking in the, you know, full game or whatever, but no one was thinking that it was going to be in the alpha, especially when it's completely, you know, open to people. There's a mass amount of people playing the game at the moment, and I've already ran into some god tier players and shit, so I'm just, you know, I can't guarantee that skill-based matchmaking exists or anything like that, but I have no idea why people are using anything but the 74U right now. I'm just, whenever I go and pick up another weapon, I genuinely feel like my next gunfight is guaranteed loss. So the reason that I've been using the LW3 or L96, I'm gonna call it the L96 a whole lot, but it's absolutely much more, you know, consistent than the Pellington is. The Pellington is a bit faster. It does bolt a bit faster. I think after playing for the day, I've realized that at least the current attachments that we have, I don't think that you really actually need a few of the attachments. I don't think you really need a muzzle. I don't think that you need this barrel either. It was immediately attractive to me that I could have a, you know, 50% muzzle velocity boost without, you know, having any kind of penalty like that. Although, since the bullet travel on this game seems pretty fast, I'm not gonna be shooting over distances like it's Warzone. The maps are, some of them are big, and you can definitely take some long shots. There's never really been a time where I thought that my bullet velocity wasn't enough. It's definitely not giving me, you know, like the Rytech vibes or whatever from, you know, Warzone. So this paratrooper thing seemed really nice to me because I would combine it. I would put this paratrooper thing on here and it would give me a -15 idle sway control, but I get my bullet velocity and fire rate. I would pair it with a stabilizer, so I basically wouldn't have any of that, you know, idle sway penalty. I would still basically be able to get my bullet velocity, and I would be able to fire a little bit faster. But bullet velocity actually doesn't really matter that much at the moment. At least it feels like that anyway. The 2% fire rate, to me, isn't even noticeable. I don't know. So really, you don't need any of these. I've seen some people running around with the 4X or 3X or whatever. Some people with a red dot as well. It's pretty cheese, but I don't run any of these 3. I just run these, all of these. And if we end up running like the what was it, the gun enthusiast perk thing or whatever it is, where you can put like all of the attachments on the entire thing, I mean, you could just go and do a combination of all of it. Then, you know, you run all of these and then you just go and put the paratrooper barrel, stabilizer, and then a sight if you want. Phase Dirty, I was watching his stream and he randomly had a bug happen where he was able to actually see all of his attachments and actually select them. I don't think he was meant to have that happen to him, but it was on his stream. I don't know. I'm just figuring out more and more things as I go. You know, that's really what this is for. But so after mentioning that whole, you know, skill-based matchmaking thing, at the moment on Twitter, skill-based matchmaking as a topic has over 45,000 tweets about it. SBMM. For me, I'm not gonna sit here and keep, you know, hammering it in over and over and over again. I do it virtually every single day. We all live with it every single day. We all play the same game, or so they try to make you feel like. But I've stopped really complaining about the skill-based matchmaking deal. It's pretty mind-blowing that it's skill-based matchmaking in an alpha. Pretty crazy, but I mean, I guess you gotta test that system too, right? Why not? Yeah, this guy's a Modern Warfare player for sure. Can you imagine if there were no skill-based matchmaking or any of the shit that was wrong with Modern Warfare and we just got a game that was like this, but it felt like Modern Warfare? I already want to switch back to the L96. Pellington is faster. It feels really good. It feels nice and nimble and quick and everything, but its consistency is, So skill-based matchmaking is a nice hot topic across, you know, Twitter, so that's always a good thing. Apparently, some dev ended up explaining that skill-based matchmaking in some way, shape, or form has always existed, even in Black Ops 2. And they made sure to mention Black Ops 2 because it's like the most beloved Call of Duty and shit. Everybody talks about how much fun they had in the good old days and all this shit. Yeah, but you still had a choice. You could still control what you wanted to do in those games. You could back out of the lobby if it was too strong. You could, you guys can have the point, honestly. I really don't care. You can win the game if you want. Doesn't really matter. We knew that it existed to some degree. We knew that if we queued with like lower level party members and stuff like that, we could get into easier lobbies as well. We knew that. We knew that to some degree it was there, but not this strong. It's the strength and being able to actually work around it, or at least relieve some of the pressure from time to time for yourself as a player to get some relief somewhere. Also, Curtis made a very, very good point in a reply to a tweet immediately. Yeah, Black Ops 2 no DLC lobbies with like a word. Basically, all of the serious players of Call of Duty back then when we had DLCs that other people couldn't have would get separated only into other lobbies when you have DLC. This is why we ended up having a thing where people were asking to uninstall DLC that they had paid for, because you end up only being able to put yourself into a match-made lobby with other people that have it. Casual players that don't really play the game that much, or at least don't play it to the point to where, you know, they're trying to go pro anyway, they don't buy DLCs, they don't do any of that stuff. So people were uninstalling or just straight up not buying DLC so they could get into better lobbies. You had control. Now, it was considered like a, you know, scummy thing to do, almost like reverse boosting, I guess, but reverse boosting only exists because of how the matchmaking is. And this is also a bunch of people not even competing for money. This is just people who like doing like montage clips and shit like that and just creating content. Like, Pellington reload is super nice. Lobby wasn't so great, so we're just gonna go into another lobby, hope that, you know, I can get into a better one. But at least I could even vote for the damn map. I could at least choose what bet I want to get fucked on. So I got a tweet for you guys. Mr. Tony Flame. I really like Tony. Tony Flame, he's always seemed to be kind of in tune with people. The guy's always been cool to me, and this man has played a huge part in this game right here that we're playing. So, all right, let's talk sniping in Cold War. Crossplay is coming, but we knew it wouldn't be in the alpha. We buffed snipers to evaluate their performance in this alpha specifically. Sniper rifles will have balance changes for the upcoming beta based on our analytics this weekend. So in the tweet, he says that they buffed the snipers. Do they mean they buffed the snipers since the point that the content creators have played, or what? Or maybe because they know it's just on controller, they decided to buff it to see what, you know, controller players can do with it, but there's no aim assist on it. It does not matter if I'm stunned. This isn't Modern Warfare, buddy. My perks work. I'm wondering how they can adjust these anymore. What are you gonna do? Slow them down? Do something to the... I mean, there's so many things they could do to this thing. I don't know. The worst thing was that we would get adjustments without any real explanation behind them. Even if the explanation isn't something that a lot of people agree with, at least there's an explanation, you know? The transparency is huge, man. So just thank you for that, Tony. Seriously. I mean, even when the DSR got nerfed and everything, it was just completely blindsided. There was no... Given we didn't get that much communication at the time in comparison, but... So we got about 1 day with these sniper rifles, and we basically already know they're going to get nerfed. Now, he says that there will be balance changes. He capitalized will. Now, does that mean that they're going to absolutely gut them? By no means, no. Is the aim assist a whole ordeal? Does controller need aim assist? Does it not? But we don't have aim assist on here. We have some aim assist on, you know, the ARs and SMGs and things like that. We have aim assist on all of the guns but the sniper rifles. But I would say the aim assist, as far as like hip firing and things like that, they're not nearly as strong as the Modern Warfare hip fire, for example. I don't know. If he mentions crossplay, to me, it feels like he is specifically thinking about some sort of tuning having to do with people playing on controller. That's just what I think in my head. Hey, Tony, if you're seeing the video, you can be sure to clarify with me what you are kind of thinking here. But are you trying to decide whether or not to keep aim assist off? I don't know. You said that you buffed them. These don't look any different. And I haven't heard from any of my friends that have played the previous version that they were any different from this. They were saying that the games were played a lot differently because, you know, they're not playing against YouTubers and sweats and pros and stuff. But so we got 1 day with these nice, quote, buffed up snipers. I mean, they are strong. I got the hang of it. it. Obviously, I still get smoked by like the sweatiest of the sweatiest players using a 74U and other things like that, especially if they're aware of, you know, the things that I do as a sniper. They're used to it. They're expecting me to be a quick scoper and a sniper and stuff, and they know how to play against players like me. They absolutely destroy me. I've been in lobbies already where I've gotten absolutely plastered.
Securing C.
I was really expecting it to hit Markham. Spent one day with these nice, quote, buffed up snipers, and they're already gonna nerf them. They made them overtuned on purpose, so they kind of have more of an idea of how hard they should nerf them, I guess. I feel like there's still a nice, strong discrepancy between somebody using it on mouse and keyboard, too. So that's what makes me think that it has nothing to do with the aim assist at all, and it's just more so about its speed and consistency. I don't mind the fact that they would nerf it or whatever. I mean, it's strong. It's absolutely strong. But stronger than the 74U or anything along those lines? Absolutely not. Shit just melts so fast in comparison to all the other guns in the game. The AK-47 wasn't bad feeling when I was using it either. That shit was hitting hard. Yeah, you get the gist of it. I'm definitely just gonna grind out today, of course, and then I'll probably have another video up tomorrow. I'm hoping that they don't end it in the middle of Sunday afternoon. I'm hoping not, but they probably will. I mean, it was a surprise alpha. I can't imagine they would extend it. I mean, they said that they're gonna have to collect data or whatever to change the sniper rifles going to the beta. So if it's going to the beta or whatever, somehow they're gonna have enough information based off of those 2 or 3 days worth of time. So I guess, man, you got a huge sample size, so I guess maybe that's possible. So, but yeah, we'll just have to see what they're gonna do to it come to beta. But until then, yeah, I'm gonna keep using this.